Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Murphy, Superintendent of Hoover City Schools. I wanted to just take a moment to welcome you back to school. I certainly hope that you have had a terrific summer and that you're ready to get back to school for some terrific learning. We are so blessed in Hoover City Schools to have outstanding principals, to have the best teachers in the state and in the nation. And what a terrific school district this is, particularly because we have you. We have the finest students in the state, and I just wanted to take a moment to say, well, welcome back. Thank you for being an awesome student body. Let's make this the very best year that we've had in school to date. Students, as you're aware, we have a student code of conduct. I want to encourage you to read that from the front page to the back page so that you are familiar with rules and requirements and our expectations of you as a student in our school district. We do have some changes in our code of conduct, and we've asked some of our students to share those changes with you. Take it away, students.
Hi, I'm Taylor Mays.
Hello, I'm Connor Forsman.
And we're both students in Hoover City Schools.
I'm an upcoming 11th grader.
And I'm an upcoming senior.
And we got some changes to the new code of conduct for the school year of 2019 through 2020, so let's dive right in. You have a PowerPoint on your screen representing grades and number of Class 1 offenses. Also, the number of days it takes for your resets to happen. So the number of resets were changed for kindergarten through 2nd grade, 3rd grade through 5th grade, and Crossroads. The chart also shows resets and when they receive them. A reset is when a student starts with a zero balance when he or she goes through the amount of time listed below without receiving a Class 1 violation. For each grade, the amount of days weighted are increased.
There are some changes with Crossroads, so we'll go over those. Students assigned to Crossroads will be suspended for 3 days, during which a required intake conference must occur before the student begins Crossroads. Students are to follow these procedures even if they've appealed. If students are on senior release or in co-op and are on track to graduate, the number of hours attended at Crossroads would be consistent with the number of hours at the student's school. The arrival time would be consistent with all other students at Crossroads. If students receive a Class 3 consequence, they lose eligibility to attend RC3 for the remainder of the year. However, the student must reapply for RC3 the following school year. Restorative Justice has been added as a new disposition for Class 2 offenses. This could include restorative projects or restorative circles. Restorative circles are strategies used to develop relationships, build communities, and respond to conflicts and problems that arise. With restorative circles, everyone is given an equal opportunity to speak and be listened to. Dispositions and infractions have been divided into 2 categories, K-5 and 6 through 12. CBD products were added to Infraction Code 2.01, and counterfeit money was added to the list of items in 2.07. For K through 5, suspension has been added as a possible disposition for a Class 3 infraction, and the amount was removed for theft for K through 5, making theft a Class 2, not Class 3 offense.
For grades 6 through 12, the following dispositions were added. Parking violations, multiple or continuous tardies, multiple or continuous dress code violations, and any substance with alcohol content, unauthorized possession, transfer, use, or sale of a substance with alcohol content, intent to use, buy, or sell any substance with alcohol content was also added. Mace, or any type of tactical spray/weapon, was added to 3.10, possession or use of prohibited objects. The amount of theft for a Class 2 is equal to or less than retail value of $250. The amount of theft for a Class 3 is greater than $250. Students may not be allowed to attend certain student organized activities such as graduation.
So we've been joined by another Hoover City Schools student.
Hi, I'm Jordan Singer. I'm a rising 10th grader.
And as you can see, Jordan and myself and Connor are all in dress code. However, we need to go over some recent changes that have been made to the dress code. Some of the changes that have been made to the dress code are clothing must cover the student's undergarments, and halter and spaghetti straps are not allowed unless worn underneath clothing that complies with the dress code. Pajamas and leisure pants are not allowed, and your legs may not be exposed any higher than the tip of the student's fingers while their arms are resting at their side. And as always, excessive large or baggy clothing and any clothing that is too tight is not allowed.
Legislators have passed the Jamari Terrell Williams Student Bullying Prevention Act. It requires every school to update bullying policies. As such, our school system has done the same. If you feel bullied at any point, fill out a form available on any school website or front office. The definition of terms such as bullying, hostile environment, violence, threat of violence, and intimidation were changed to reflect the new law.
Some changes were made to the attendance policy. 9 excused check-ins or check-outs per semester is the maximum number of parent notes that can be excused. For a doctor's note to be accepted, it must meet the following criteria. First, it must be submitted on an official practice letter or excuse or similar document from the practice. Second, it must be signed by the physician or authorized practice employee, and it must list the date of the treatment or exam and the address and telephone number of the practice. It must have the dates requested to be excused while under the doctor's care. The excused days must reflect the doctor's direction, not parent request. And lastly, the student must be a patient on record.
Tardy has been defined for students K through 5. If they have not entered the building, they are considered tardy by the morning bell. Students that are tardy need to be checked in by the adult transporting the student. Students that leave or check out before the school day is fully completed, they are considered tardy. Check-ins and check-outs are recorded on the attendance profile as subsections of tardy. For grades 6th through 12th, a tardy is defined as students not in their classroom when the bell rings. They are considered tardy. Students that are tardy should be checked in before going to class.
The Code of Conduct is located on the Hoover City Schools website.
Click on Departments and look for public information.
We're looking forward to a great 2019-2020 school year.